In this parsha, we learn that Moshe ran away from Egypt because Paro wanted to kill him. He comes to Midian. He goes to the city's well. He then encounters the 7 daughters of Yitro, who was the chief of Midian. They came to water the flock of their father. There were other shepherds there that chased them away. Moshe arises and rescues them and waters the flock of their father. They come home, and the father asks them, "Why did you come so quick today?" And they said, "There was an Ish Mitri, an Egyptian man, that rescued us." The question is, why does the Torah describe Moshe as an Egyptian man? Yes, this is what the daughter said to the father, but the Torah doesn't have to record that. And especially, Egypt was then a very cruel empire who enslaved and tortured the Jewish people. Why name Moshe as an Egyptian man? And Moshe came from great lineage, from Yocheved and Amram. Why call him an Egyptian man? The Zohar, which is the source of Kabbalah, says that in Egypt Moshe was born, and in Egypt Moshe was raised, and in Egypt Moshe achieved greatness. The Rebbe once gave a beautiful explanation. You see, many ask, why can't my life just be easy and smooth sailing? Why do I need to have all these difficulties? And especially if God wants me to study Torah and do mitzvot, let God provide me with a perfect, beautiful, blessed life, no issues, no problems, and I can just study Torah and do mitzvot. And the answer is, because God wants us to be creators. It says God wants us to be His partners in creating the world. And if God would provide everything for us and wouldn't be any challenges, then we would just be merely passive recipients. We wouldn't be creators. Only when there's a darkness and when there's a challenge to overcome, and we have to exert a lot of effort and a lot of hard work to achieve, then it becomes our own. We become creators because we did it. How do we create? What does it mean to create in God's world? And that is to bring the light of Torah and the goodness of Torah to the dark places and to the challenging places. And if you are in a place where there is a darkness and there's opposition to Torah, opposition to morality and goodness, and you are not intimidated, but rather you transform that place and you bring goodness and holiness, this is how you create God's world. And this is why the Torah says that Moshe was an Egyptian man, because it was only by Moshe growing up in Egypt, in that most dark place, and he wasn't intimidated, and he brought light and he brought greatness. It was only through being in Egypt and going through that great challenge that Moshe achieved the greatest heights. Have a very good Shabbos.